many of the foundation CSRs who will be there to help you out on this. Thanks, sir. I will move on to Dr. Sangappa. Dr. Sangappa, all the FPOs on the dais today, they all spoke about the support waters given to them from IIMR, right? At the same time, we are aware you heading the entire FPO incubation in IIMR, and you have been promoting, handholding, and mentoring many of the FPOs in 3 to 4 states. I just wanted to understand from you in terms of your experience in not only promoting, engaging with these FPOs, but also if you can just give us some insights in terms of about the value chain when you are connecting with the processors for efficient market linkages, or some of the value additions, and how that has been the journey for you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Very good afternoon to all. So listening in the afternoon, that to the after the heavy lunch is very difficult, but still I can put forward some of the points which are very relevant to this convention. That too in the startup convention, listening about the production processing from the farmers or the FPOs is again a challenging task. Many are from the different background, that too are the business mode. But FPOs are also a kind of business entities nowadays. As you heard about the FPOs which are very performing very good in the some of the places. Friends, as we know that in India, we have the 88 to 89% of the farmers are small and marginal who are having less than 2.5 acres of their land. And promoting millets among these farmers is very challenging task. As you know that many farmers having 1 or 2 acres or 3 acres of their land. And when we take these millet seeds and when we ask them to grow the millets and all, they obviously say that, yes, how much we get the return from this. कितना मिलेगा पैसा अगर से हम 1 एकड़ में ग्रो किए तो. So that is the challenge what we are facing currently. But through our farmer producer organization, of course, we have expanded the area since 2 years for the promotion of the millets and cultivation. At the IIMR, we are working for the handholding and incubation with the farmer producer organization with the team, Dr. Srinivas Babu sir, and all our team members at the IIMR. We mainly focusing on the FPOs, which are having the potential to grow the millets and revival of the existing cropping system and all. So in this case, so we have provided a lot of quality seeds to them from our seed unit from the IMR in case of the major millets and the small millets as well. And we asked the farmers to grow this one, and we also connected them to the processors and all. We assured them that. So in the beginning, we provided the seeds, and later on, they faced the problem regarding the sowing. So nowadays, you know that the sowing is the problem or due to the labor shortage and all. So we have introduced the mechanized sowing, especially in the case of the Karnataka-based FPOs with the existing some machineries, seed drills and all. So we have provided that one so that that labor issue was solved. Then comes to the related to the harvesting. Again, the farmers were facing the harvesting related issues because we need the more number of laborers to harvest the millets and all. So due to this is not economical much in terms of the economy. So we introduced the combined harvester of the paddy to harvest the millets by modifying some changes in the paddy harvester. So that is again adopted by some of the FPOs, especially in the Raichur district of the Karnataka, where it's a paddy growing area. The availability of this combined harvester, especially the paddy harvester, was there. So we have modified and introduced that one. So it was easily adopted by other FPOs also. So then comes to the matter related to the processing. You know that when we harvest these grains, the farmers cannot directly sell in the market as due to the fragmentation of the land holding and all. Hardly 1 acre, 2 acres of paddy, this millet cultivation was there. So we started aggregation of those farmers who are cultivating the millets and all, and connected to a processor. But they were getting very less price for that one. As my fellow colleague or previous speaker told, the farmer share in the consumer is always low. In case of the millets also, even in the vegetables and other horticulture crops also. So in order to increase the share of the farmers in the consumer rupee, So we try to establish the millet primary processing unit at the farm gate itself. So now the out of the 34 FPOs which we have formed by the IIMR, more than 19 FPOs are already established the primary processing setup either in the FPOs or the FPOs have been connected to the nearest KVKs or the ASRP centers where we established the primary processing center. So they are taking the help of these centers to process the grains and at least the cleaning, grading and destoning. After that one, we are trying to connect them to the processor, big processor, even the market also. Even some FPOs they are already having the dehulling facility also. They are dehulling the grains and packing that one and directly marketing in the market with their own brand also. We can say that their FPO brands are not similar to the modern names like the startups, but the based on the village name or the based on the community name or any God's name. So the FPOs have been created their own brand and they are into the market currently. So we have taken such initiatives for the processing also. So you have rightly quoted, sir, that is the grabbing the opportunity of the CSR in the FPO sustainability. Of course, I would like to mention the good example here is that we are working with the ICC Foundation also. This is the first foundation which has helped our FPOs. I am not telling about the other FPOs, which our FPOs where they got the complete primary processing setup at the farm gate. They have provided the 12 lakh rupees to set up this primary processing setup at the farm gate. It means that many companies, big companies, even the PepsiCo and all, they have the CSR fund, but they have to come forward for the integration with the existing millet-based FPOs to provide the facility to the farmers so that then only the revival of the millets can happen and the farmers will get the better price for their produce. So ICC Foundation has helped to the 2 FPOs in our case, and also 5 more projects are in the pipeline. So of course they will also get some more processing facility. So our previous director, Dr. Vilas Tonopi, so now with some of the industry, that is Advanta company, he also promised to get some CSR fund for the existing Andhra Pradesh based FPOs and in the Telangana based FPOs. So those processes are also in the pipeline. So we need to integrate the CSR or the startups and also the other stakeholders to working with the FPOs and provide a solution for their challenges. Then only the revival of the millets can happen. That to throw the FPOs, really it will be a successful and the sustainable things on that. Regarding the market and all, as my previous speaker mentioned, so we have come out with the branding and the premium packaging also, and as well as the vacuum packaging currently. And our some of FPOs are already into the primary processing processed grains, atta, rava and all. And with some of the outsourcing and all, we are taking the help of the US, Raichur, KVKs and other equip center where they are processing the value-added products, also preparing and reaching out to the local market with their own small setup. So in a such way, we are working with the FPOs and providing the solutions from the seed to till the market. So now question comes about the market. That is, we have the number of startups, number of consumers in the country. But the thing is that still more than 89 crore people still depend on the monthly ration, which is again supplied by the government department. So Antyodaya Anna Yojana, or you can say something, or free distribution of the foods. Means if you want to really revive the millets, then we need to target the consumption of the millets at the production place also. So more than 89 crore farmers, or you can say the consumers, will be benefited when we provide the locally processed grains that to the millets in their food basket. So in this fashion, we are working all the way for the sustainability of the FPOs, and for the validated products, we are onto the ONDC, which is a platform created by the SFEC and under the central sector scheme of the FPO promotion. And also we are working on the with the other agencies like the platforms of the different e-commerce platforms, and we onboarded the different FPOs also on the ONDC, which are directly associated with us. So one more thing is that Odisha is another potential state where we are working with the Odisha Millet Mission, Dr. Srinivas Babu sir and myself, where we are indirectly building the capacities of the FPOs which are existing in the Odisha. So it means that IMR can handhold the other FPOs also, which are formed by the other CBPOs, NGOs, and the other corporate sector, where we can provide the capacity building programs to the FPOs in terms of the production, processing, value addition, and as well as the marketing. Because when we provide the proper advocacy to the farmers or the FPOs, then only the revival of the millets can happen, and that too on-time supply of the millet seed is very much essential. So in this way, I invite the FPOs. I also invite the NGOs or the other cluster-based business organization who are promoting the FPOs to collaborate with or associate with the IMR in the journey of the millets revival or the promotion of the millets in the country, especially in the non-traditional, in the traditional and the non-traditional areas with the quality seeds and by strengthening the value chain. So I also request the startups where we have this startups convention here. If you don't have the production, and then there will not be any convention or the consumption. So the FPOs are the need of the hour, and it is a solution for all the agrarian crisis which we are facing in the country. So let us integrate or collaborate with the producer organization directly for the revival of the millets, and as well as the increase the consumption level of the millets in the country and achieve the nutritional security and farmers' income as well. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thanks, Dr. Sangappa. I think he touched the entire value chain. If I just have to summarize in 1 minute, you touched upon the entire process from pre-sowing to production to post-harvest. So if you look at the role played by IIMR in terms of incubating the FPOs, handholding them, mentoring them, they really worked in the entire process, right? And I should thank you and IIMR for the commendable job. Very important, you touched upon the seed conservation right up to the processing. We have seen many FPOs where they are able to do the basic two activities, which is input or an output. Very few FPOs in India are able to take care of the processing, which is a value addition. And there also you spoke about in terms of how do you get into the FPOs on primary processing, and they also get their own branding, which is very important. Very few FPOs are able to do this. And I also like the idea of IIMR as part of their program, they collaborate with all the other ecosystem players, which is very vital for this initiative, right? You have to get in touch with many of the foundations, CSR, so that their support is needed to take care of it. At the same time, they also connect with processors, institutional buyers of commodities who are able to procure these millets from the FPOs and the smallholder farmers. And that's how the value addition comes in. And they also take care of how income is actually increased in the hands of the farmers. Again, congratulations and well done there. Lastly, I think we have heard FPOs, we have heard their stories with smallholder farmers. We have heard a banker like us, how we are able to provide finance. At the same time, we have heard from IIMR in terms of the entire support they give. But these are all something excellent enablers, which is definitely available.